program is produced and sponsored by you, the Voice of Goodwill partners, and is only made possible through your generous support.
Time now for the Voice of Goodwill with Brother Ray MaGee.
I feel the fire burning. I feel the fire burning. I feel the fire burning in my heart. I feel the fire burning. I feel the fire burning. I feel the fire burning in my heart. I want to tell you, you can't make me doubt him. You can't make me doubt him. You can't make me doubt him in my heart. You can't make me doubt him. I know too much about him. You can't make me doubt him in my heart. Yeah. I've got the love of Jesus. I've got the love of Jesus. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Oh, I've got the love of Jesus. I've got the love of Jesus. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Yeah. I don't hate nobody. Oh no. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody in my heart. Ah. Oh, I don't hate nobody. Sure don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody in my heart. Oh no. I'm going on with Jesus. I'm going on with Jesus. I'm going on with Jesus in my heart. I'm going on with Jesus. I'm going on with Jesus. Going on with Jesus in my heart. You know why, children? Yeah, because fire burning, the fire burning. I feel the fire burning in my heart. Feel the fire burning. I feel the fire burning. Feel the fire burning in my heart.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And be sure to join the live stream of the Voice of Goodwill on Facebook Live each Thursday at 8 p.m.
We released a total of 12 albums, 12 projects. But the very first major project I done was in Nashville, Tennessee, up on Church Street. And had a little guy there called Jimmy Lancaster. And a lot of people are familiar with the man at WLAC, Horseman. Horseman and Jimmy decided that they would contact Stan Lewis at Jewel Records. And it was entitled I'm Depending on You. And we got started traveling around from town to town, state to state from there. And ever since then, it's just been going from one label to the next. I went from Jewel's to AIR Records, Atlanta International, from AIR Records to Malindo Records of the Williams Brothers, a label that they formed on their own. And from there to a label called Holla at Your Records out of Gaston, Alabama. And even our last project was done through Highlight Music Ministry, and a young man that the world is familiar with, a label that Mr. Dr. McKenzie of the Gospel Highlight had started. Well, the two of them is my daughters. They're the twins, Christy and Misty, and then Corrine. She's out of West Point. She's my goddaughters, and I learned. Now, for years, I traveled by myself with just a musician, but when the girls got older, they would start and stop. But as they got older and had families of their own, and Jesus became a real fixture in their life, and they decided that they wanted to sing God praises. Oh.
The news came to Jesus. Please come fast. Lazarus sick, and without your help, he will not last. Mary and Martha watched their brother died. They waited for Jesus, he did not come, and they wondered why. The death watch was over, buried 4 days. Somebody said he'll soon be here. The Lord is on his way. Martha ran to him, and then she cried, Lord, if you had been here, you could have healed him. He would still be alive. But you're 4 days late, and our hopes are gone. Lord, I don't understand why you waited so long. But his way is God's way, not yours or mine. But isn't it great? He's 4 days late. He's still on time. Jesus said, Martha, show me the grave. She said, Lord, you don't understand. He's been dead for 4 days. The gravestone was rolled back. Then Jesus cried,
Come on, y'all. I'm feeling good tonight, y'all. Come on. Yeah. Clap your hands. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Let me tell you what John saw. Look, I saw a lamb. Standing on the mountainside. With him, there was 144,000. With the name of the Father on his forehead. Sound like running water. Like a rolling thunder, and they began to sing on the song. Could nobody learn? I saw a lamb standing on the mountainside. With him, there was 144,000. With the name of the Father on his forehead. It sounded like rolling thunder. Thank you. When he spoke, sounded like rolling thunder. And they began to sing a song. Could nobody learn? Can I tell you what else? I saw Abraham. Rejoice. Talk about his brother. I saw my mother. Yeah. Standing in the crowd. All the saints were gathering. Out of every tribe, Lord, I look. What did you see? What did you see? Yeah. What did you see? Thank you, Lord. What did you see? Oh, I begin to feel all right. What did you see? Oh, I begin to feel all right. I begin to feel all right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Does anybody here know Jesus? Does anybody here know Jesus? Does anybody here know Jesus? John, look. John, look. Yeah. John, look. Oh, let me tell you what song. Horses standing side by side. Oh, good God Almighty. Oh, Lord. What did you see? Oh, can I get a witness? What did you see? Oh, let me tell you what John. What did you see? What John said. What did you see? I saw a number. What did you see? And in that number, what did you see? I saw a man. What did you see? Healing the sick. Healing the sick, raising the dead, raising the dead. Give it to the poor. Give it to the poor. To the blind, to the blind, to the blind. He made the lame man to walk. He made lame man to walk. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Know you've been born again. Know you've been born again. John, look. John, look. Yeah. John, look. Oh, let me tell you what song. Two white horses standing side by side. Oh, good God Almighty. Can I tell you what else? He's on Jesus. 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 Look at it. He's on Jesus. Walking on the water. Walking on the water. Walking on the water. the blind. He's on Jesus. Against the sight. He's on Jesus. To the blind. He's on Jesus. Against the sight. He's on Jesus. To the blind. He's on Jesus. Against the sight. He's on Jesus. To the blind. He's on Jesus. Thank you, son. He's on Jesus. Thank you, son. He's on Jesus. He's on Jesus. He's on Jesus. He's on Jesus. We glad to be here tonight. We glad to be here tonight. One more time.
Here is a thought for today. You know what? My wallet is just like an onion. Opening it makes me cry.
On Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And be sure to catch the live feeds each Thursday, 7 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook at 8 p.m.
You know, I like and enjoy talking about the Voice of Goodwill. I recall having said down through the years, the Voice of Goodwill is my passion. I enjoy this work, and I hold fast. I live largely on a daily basis for the work of the Voice of Goodwill, because that's the work of Christ. And I like talking about this is the longest running African American gospel program on the airways of television, not only in the southern United States, but in America. 61 talking about that. And I've said, and I've asked the Lord to let this program remain televised as long as he deem and see it feasible. And he has well done that. And I said just this past Tuesday as I was in Jackson, I am convinced, seemingly more now than ever, that this is the will of the Lord, that this program continue to be televised. Because he's always doing things to keep us here. Things that I don't expect. Things that Sister Greta and Brother James and Brady, we don't expect. The Lord always doing things to keep us here. And I'd like to share something with you. This past Tuesday, I had to come to Jackson. And I had to be at an appointment around 2 o'clock in the evening. So I decided that I would come early. Now, when I left home, my car has been filthy. It's been dirty, Brother Chris. It has been dirty for the past month or so. And I've been putting it off, just putting it off. I said to myself, I'm going to wash this car because it is so dirty. I could have washed the car before leaving Collins. But no, I said, I'm going to wait until I get to Jackson. I know of a place there I can just drive through. I'm lazy when it comes to washing cars. So I know a place in Jackson I can just drive through. And I drove through that car wash, and the car looked real good. They got a place there you can just vacuum it. If you pay for the wash, you can vacuum the car free. Well, you're paying for it, but it's free. But anyway, I was over there vacuuming the car looking pretty good, I thought. And I saw this man. I'm on the right side vacuuming, and he walked up to the car on the left side, and he just stood there. A white brother. I'm not ashamed or afraid to say that. And he just stood there, and he looked. Then, Virginia, Satan got with me. Satan said, Ray, this is Jackson. And a whole lot of stuff is happening in Jackson. And I'm here, and I don't have my heat over here with me. My heat is somewhere else, and I'm standing over here, and this man is standing up there looking at me like that. So I put the vacuum down, and I walked around to get into the car. And he said, sir, I said, yes. He said, you are Brother Ray MaGee. I said, yes, I am. He said, I stood here, I sat in my car, and I watched you longer than 10 minutes. I've never seen you in person before. He said, but I just want to shake your hand because I watch the Voice of Goodwill every Sunday morning. My wife, my mother, and all of us watch the Voice of Goodwill. I think that is one of the finest programs on television that I have ever seen. And he said, we enjoy it so much. And he said, I just want to sow a seed into the ministry to help you to stay there. I want you to be on that program as long as you can because it is so good. He gave me an envelope. And I took the envelope and thanked him. Boy, I wanted to look in that envelope so badly right then, but I wouldn't do it in his face. Brother, thank you. I know you're watching. And I just put it inside my coat pocket and got back in the car. And when he left and I left, I looked into that envelope and I could not believe the gift he had given to help us to come to you this morning. Because if he had not done that, it would have been a struggle for us to be here this morning. So, brother, I want to thank you. God, I want to thank you. He had me in the right place at the right time. That's where he wanted me to be, at that car wash, so that brother could bless the Voice of Goodwill. And I think, now let me tell you something. Everybody is helping the Voice of Goodwill to stay around here except you. We're just waiting on you. And we hope that you will come aboard to help us to stay here, because it's by the grace. It's by the grace of God that we are here. And Lord, I want to thank you. You kept us here a long time. Hey! Oh, yeah. My Lord. By the grace of the Lord, I've come all the way. Not part of the way, but all the way. By the grace of the Lord, I've come all the way. I've been traveling through the storm and rain. God Almighty, holding my hand by the grace